What if Apple's entry into the foldable market ends up being the biggest favor it could do for Samsung? Yes, it sounds strange at first, but this new rumor about the iPhone Fold might actually be great news for Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 8. Here's why Samsung has been leading the global foldable scene for years now, but without serious competition from Apple, the company has had little incentive to drastically improve year over year. Sure, we've seen hardware refinements and software upgrades, but no real industry-shaking moves lately. Apple entering the foldable game, possibly in late 2026, could finally push Samsung to go all in with innovation. We're talking bigger batteries, improved durability, better multitasking features, things Samsung might have taken slower if Apple wasn't stepping in. The rumored iPhone Fold is expected to have a battery size between 5,000 and 5,500 mAh, which is honestly impressive coming from Apple. That's close to what Samsung offers, and in Apple's tightly optimized ecosystem, that kind of battery could outperform others. And let's not pretend like Samsung won't notice that. This might trigger a battery race, and that's great for consumers. If Apple shows up with something that even comes close to Samsung's foldable experience, Samsung will have no choice but to level up, and the timing could be perfect. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 was just revealed on July 9, 2025, and while it's fresh, many fans already know Samsung is likely holding back its biggest upgrades for the Fold 8. Why? Because when Apple drops the Fold, the world will be watching, and Samsung has to match or beat that in real time. That competitive pressure could push Samsung to fix long-standing pain points, maybe finally give us a crease-free display or a proper built-in S Pen slot without sacrificing battery or size. And we haven't even touched on the price factor. Apple entering the foldable market might normalize premium price tags, but it could also give Samsung a reason to make its pricing more competitive or at least justify it better by offering standout features. Foldables haven't gone mainstream yet, and Apple's presence could help make them more widely accepted, giving Samsung a bigger audience and more reasons to expand its foldable lineup. Sure, the iPhone Fold is still more than a year away, and there's no official confirmation, but the leak pipeline is hot because the phone manufacturing process makes it nearly impossible to keep secrets for long. Multiple suppliers, certification bodies, and production partners all but guarantee early details get out. So even if the Fold 8 and iPhone Fold feel far off, what if your phone screen could take the stress of being folded 500,000 times and still work like it's brand new? That's exactly what Samsung is promising with its upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 7. And no, this isn't just another wild claim. Samsung is backing it up with real testing, verified by a third party. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 uses a foldable OLED panel made by Samsung Display, and according to them, this screen can endure more than 500,000 folds. That's 2.5 times better than the durability of the Galaxy Z Fold 6, which was already rated to survive at least 200,000 folds. Think about it, 500,000 folds means the phone can last over 10 years if you're an average user folding it about 100 times a day. Even if you're someone who opens and closes the phone 200 times a day, it should easily give you 6 years of use. Now, that's impressive. This major durability upgrade didn't happen by accident. Samsung redesigned the internal structure of the old screen, and they took inspiration from bulletproof glass. Yes, bulletproof glass. The new panel now comes with a 50% thicker ultra-thin glass layer, which is basically the see-through protective layer that sits on top of the old screen. Along with that, they've added a very flexible adhesive that allows the screen to bend smoothly without putting too much pressure on any one point. They also included a titanium support plate at the back. Titanium is lighter and stronger than steel, which helps in reducing the overall weight while also improving how well the screen can absorb and spread out impact. So if you accidentally press too hard or drop the phone while it's half folded, the screen can now handle it way better than before. And it's not just Samsung saying this. The durability test was conducted by Bureau Veritas, a trusted inspection and certification firm based in France. Their engineers folded the phone continuously for 13 days at a steady temperature of 25 degrees Celsius, which is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. The test confirms that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 screen can take 500,000 folds and still keep working like normal. That gives Samsung an edge over many Chinese smartphone brands that have been promoting similar numbers, but mostly based on their own in-house testing. So when Samsung says 500,000 folds, it's not just marketing, it's verified. In fact, most foldable phones from Chinese brands quote durability numbers that are not independently tested. That's why Samsung's results feel more dependable. They didn't just make the claim, they asked an outside company to confirm it. What if I told you Samsung just pulled off something no one really expected in India, and it only took 48 hours? That's right, the new Galaxy Z Flip 7, the more affordable Flip 7 Fe, and the Galaxy Z Fold 7 just broke pre-order records in the country, and we're not talking about some random jump in numbers. Samsung actually matched the pre-orders of its flagship Galaxy S25 series earlier this year. That's a massive win, especially in a market where foldable phones were once seen as luxury toys. So how did these devices suddenly gain this much traction? Let's break it down. First off, Samsung didn't just refresh the design, they upgraded everything. These foldables are slimmer, smoother, and noticeably faster. The Flip 7 and Flip 7 Fe offer a sleek design that feels more compact, but still manages to bring a bigger display to the table. On the other hand, the Fold 7 continues to push boundaries with its larger inner screen and refined performance. In a world where people are getting tired of the same old smartphone slabs, Samsung's foldables now offer something fresh, and clearly that's resonating with buyers. In just 2 days, Samsung confirmed it received 210,000 pre-orders in India. That's huge, especially when you realize how competitive the market is. Chinese brands like Motorola, OnePlus, Oppo, Tecno, and Vivo have already flooded the shelves with their own foldables. But Samsung's brand power, after-sales support, and premium software experience seem to be giving it a major edge. Now, let's talk about pricing, because this is usually where people hesitate, but not this time. The Galaxy Z Flip 7 Fe starts at 89,999 Indian rupees, which is around 1,040 for US dollars. The standard Flip 7 goes for 109,999 Indian rupees, or approximately 1,277 US dollars. And if you want the ultimate foldable experience, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 comes in at 170 for 1,999 Indian rupees, roughly 2,031 US dollars. That's definitely on the expensive side, but Samsung is sweetening the deal by offering a free storage upgrade during the pre-order window. That little bonus might be one of the reasons so many people jumped in early. It's interesting to remember where Samsung started in the foldable space. The first Galaxy Fold came out in early 2019, and by 2021, they were shipping 10 million foldable phones worldwide.